Hi Anish, nice job writing this essay for your IELTS preparation. Let's get right into this. Okay, let's see the topic you have written about. Some people claim that not enough of the waste from homes is recycled. They say that the only way to increase recycling is for governments to make it a legal requirement. To what extent do you think laws are needed to make people recycle more of their waste? Okay. So, a lot of waste material from homes has not. Now, since this is an IELTS essay, it's really important that we write the full word out. Okay, you don't want to use contractions here. Also, waste material, this should be hasn't. So a lot has not been recycled. Okay, it's passive voice. This is what you need. So a lot of waste material from homes has not been recycled effectively. Some people suggest, now here you do need the plural form of the verb, and no comma. So some people suggest strict laws must be introduced by the government to not adhere to it, but apply it, like apply recycling. And I wouldn't even have said it. I would have said apply this, perhaps, recycling. In my opinion, I believe new laws would be beneficial for reprocessing the waste. However, there are some other measures also to overcome this national issue. Let's see. Okay, fine. One evident benefit of bringing up the legal... Now, what do you mean by bringing up the legal policy? When you say bringing up, it's the wrong word here. So let's see. One evident benefit of maybe enforcing this legal policy is that it would result in a clean environment, not the clean environment, a clean environment. In other words, it will become mandatory for the concerned authorities to reuse waste or develop no ED, new mechanisms to support the reusability in order to decrease it. Okay, what's happening here? You've got this long sentence here, and there's lots of clauses, and the meaning is lost. So, in other words, it will become mandatory. It should become mandatory for the concerned authorities to reuse the waste or develop new mechanisms to support reusability, comma, leading to a pollution-free environment. That would help. Another important benefit is that it would help in reducing the greenhouse effect, greenhouse is one word, and save the energy. While making, you need to explain this a little bit, okay? While making aluminum cans, no comma here, used for cold drinks, a lot of energy in the form of fossil fuels is being conserved, which also increases the amount of harmful gases in the air. Okay, while the recycling of these products will skip all the process. Okay, so the recycling of these products would, now you're talking theoretically, so you need to use would, not will, would skip the entire process and therefore help humanity. Okay, this is, I think, what you're trying to say here. It would be nice if you rather this. You didn't really support this at all here. I don't know. I wanted a better connection here. I think you could have changed the sentence and said that just something that linked this better. Okay. On the other hand, there are several other precautionary steps which can be taken to solve the problem. Firstly, the government must do... how about... You don't mean do the promotions. It's not an accurate expression here. But I think what you really mean is, first of all, the government must create campaigns to educate people to cut the daily usage of non-biodegradable materials, for instance, plastic, polythene. Secondly, people must keep 2 dustbins in their homes, plural, for biodegradable and non-biodegradable products separately. You don't need a comma here. Okay, it will not only help the sweeper, but also, no comma, the 2 separate materials can be dumped at 2 different places easily. Finally, the elected party must have proper planning for upcoming residential societies I don't know what you mean here, and towns, so that their waste would not overburden, careful here, existing garbage junkyards. In conclusion, the new laws would be beneficial for efficient recycling. Nevertheless, the government and citizens can solve problems with proper planning and greater sense of responsibility. Now, this is an interesting topic. I'm curious as to where you found it. It's kind of it's a little complex, because it's saying to what extent do you think laws are needed? And the way you've answered it is that yes, I believe new laws would be beneficial, but there are other things as well. It doesn't sound like it though. In fact, well, yeah, you did. You said that there are things that people should do. So you've actually answered it quite well. It's a good essay overall. My concern was with the task response, but looking at it 2 or 3 times, you have answered it. So it's well done. Okay, now obviously I did mention a few things that need to be corrected, but I'm sure that you can overcome these. What I would suggest for you is to continue submitting your essays for feedback. I think that it will definitely help you to improve, especially if you can be alerted to what some of your errors are. You may want to consider taking the online course as well. But whatever you decide to do, I do hope that I will get to see more of these essays in order to help you improve. So with that, that's the end of this correction, and I wish you lots of luck with your writing.